Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and I actually don't remember which game this is against the Reds. I think it's game 3. But it might be game 2. I don't remember. It's been a long day. Did not sleep well whatsoever last night and then spent the whole day out at the soccer fields for both girls to have back-to-back games out in the sun. I'm feeling pretty burnt. My energy's really lagging. And I almost forgot I needed to do this today, so here we are. It's only 8:30, but man, it does not feel like 8:30. But the good news is, we're at the home stretch for school, so almost summer break. Which, because of how I get paid, I actually still have to work over the summer, unlike most teachers, but it's pretty easy stuff for those few months. Alright, Jordan Tata on the mound. And here is Kester to lead things off. Tata starts off with the low fastball. Ground ball. It's a 1-1 count. There's a called strike. Line drive up the middle, and that will be in there for a leadoff single. So here's Marvin. He will bat left-handed. First pitch goes inside. See, this is only game 2 against the Reds. We've got last one tomorrow. Marvin, a fly ball into center, and it does fall in for a base hit. Kester running all the way. Cruises into third pretty easily. So here is Chief. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Tata already in a jam. That fastball too low. Line drive, that'll get into right or left center rather, roll all the way to the wall. 1 run already in. Marvin is going to turn for home, and he will also score to make it 2-0 on a 2 RBI double. The Reds still have yet to record an out in this game. So here's Terry. It's actually cooled off, hitting 500. And Tata starts off with a couple balls. Make it 3-0. That changeup catches the outside corner. Oh boy, Terry's going to put this one in the Ohio River. Well, no, it actually did land in the stands. Only a 403-foot shot, his 9th home run of the year. Makes it 4-0 after 4 batters. And I don't know if Tata's even going to make it out of this first inning. And it was still a no-doubt home run, but not quite as deep as I thought it was off the bat. Tata still out there for now. Frank at the plate. Base is now empty with nobody out, but the Squirrels already up by 4. And Frank's got a 2-0 count. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. Tata seems to have pulled himself together a little bit after that horrendous start. Tom takes strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So there's back-to-back strikeouts after everybody was hitting to start the game. Here is Zach. That curveball is up and away. There's a called strike. Zach with a hard hit ball into left center, and that's going to 1 or 2 hop the wall. And he will cruise in with a solid double. Off the bat, I thought there was a chance that one might leave the yard. But ends up landing just a little bit in front of the warning track. So here's Joey with the runner in scoring position. There are 2 outs. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch. Ground ball to third, but it is foul. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Squirrels send 8 batters to the plate to open up the game. 5 of them get hits, 4 of them score. The Reds will start off with Shao at the plate. Regular lineup in there for Indianapolis. Stitch on the mound. I'm sure the Reds would absolutely love to get some of these runs back right away. First pitch, ground to third, 1 away. Here's Norris Hopper. First pitch, called a strike. A swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Called strike 3. 2 away. Here is Derek Lee. He did hit a home run yesterday. Kind of late in the game, but that game was no blowout, so it was important. Grounds this one to second, and that will end the first inning. 4-0 Squirrels as we go to the second, where Stitch will lead things off. First pitch from Tata is a fastball for a strike. Fouled away, that'll make it 0-2. Grounds this one to second. Phillips over to first. 1 away, and here's Kester back up to the plate after just an inning. 3 strikeouts for Tata the first time through, and they were all in that first inning. Frank, Tom, and Joey. Kester obviously got a base hit and would come around to score. Looks at strike 3. I kind of agree with Kester. Looked a little high to me, but maybe the umpire just wanting to move the game along after that first inning. So here is Marvin. He's going to ground this one to Tata over on the first base side, who's going to get it to the bag for the out. 4-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the second inning, where Adam Dunn will lead it off for Cincinnati. Adam Dunn hits a base hit right up the middle, so the Reds with a base runner now. Here is Edwin Encarnacion. He'll look at a strike on the inside corner. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. And he's... Oh, actually, I thought... Off the bat, I thought it was a hit. Then I thought Joey might get there, but no, it does fall in. 4 back-to-back base hits. And the Reds are now in business here with Brandon Phillips at the plate. First pitch out of the zone. Second pitch swung on and missed. Another swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Called strike 3. 1 away, 2 on. Eric Ibar at the plate. He'll start off with a strike. Swings and misses. He's behind on the fastball. Curveball gets a swing and a miss for back-to-back strikeouts. Here is David Ross. Last chance for Cincinnati to get some of these runs in. He's got a 2-0 count. Grooved in a fastball, and Ross taking all the way. Hits this one, popped foul. Tom is going to get there. That will end the inning. The Reds with a few hits, but no runs. So a 4-0 Squirrels lead, and they will start off with Chief at the plate in the third.
Number 61.
Chief with a 2 RBI double in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at a ball. Hits this one deep into center field. I don't think this one's coming back either. That is a 442-foot shot, his 4th home run of the year, and that will make it a 5-0 ball game. That one hit deep off of the batter's eye out there in center field. Tata's going to stay out there, although at this point it feels like the Reds are just giving up here. So Terry with the 2-run homer in his first at-bat. Sure, he'd love to get another and go ahead and get himself to 10 homers on the year. But for right now, he'll get a nice line drive into left field for a base hit. So here is Frank, struck out in his first at-bat. 1 on, nobody out. First pitch in there for a strike. In there for another strike. Frank hits one deep, Shao going back. This is going to go right at the base of the wall. Terry is going to stop at third. Frank in there with a double. Still nobody out. Here is Tom, who struck out in his first at-bat, and he'll take a strike to open this at-bat. Ground ball right to Phillips. Throw goes to first. The Squirrels managed to score a run, make it 6-0. Runner still on third. Zach at the plate hit a double in his first at-bat. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here comes Joey, who struck out in his first at-bat. That curveball, not real close. Ground ball to second, throw to first. That'll end the inning, but the Squirrels add a couple more. 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Jordan Tata is due up to bat. I think if I were the Reds, I would be pinch hitting in this situation. And they sure will. Here comes Touch Eye. Stitch will start him off with the fastball for strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Grounds this one to Kester, 1 away. So Shao back at the plate, ground out in his first at-bat. Stitch with 3 strikeouts rather, the first time through the Reds order. Get Shao to ground out again. Here is Hopper. He was one of those strikeout victims. He'll look at a strike here. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. That fastball just misses down and in. Goes with the changeup and gets a fly ball into left field, and it'll fall in front of Frank, so the Reds with another base runner, but there are 2 outs. Derek Lee, ground out in his first at-bat. He will look at a strike to open this at-bat. Looks at strike 2. Line drive towards third. Chief will make the grab before it can find the outfield, and that will end the inning. Still 6-0 Squirrels. Stitch is due up again here in the 4th inning. Johnny Cueto, who we've seen a lot of coming out in relief, is going to come in. Touch Eye was just a pinch hitter. Cueto starts Stitch off with a fastball for a strike. Grounds this one to second. Phillips over to first. 1 down. Here is Kester. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. That slider down in the dirt. There's a called strike. Popped up, foul ground. David Ross has a play, and he does make it. 2 away. Here is Marvin. He is 1 for 2, and he will continue to bat left-handed. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one a hard line drive into right center. That's going to roll past the outfield. And Marvin in there for an easy stand-up double. All right, here's Chief, runner in scoring position with 2 outs. He hits a ground ball to short, Ibar to first, and the Reds get out of there without giving up a run. So still 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th, where Adam Dunn will lead off for Cincinnati. Dunn with a single up the middle in his first at-bat. He'll take a look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh boy, excuse my yawn. Edwin Encarnacion will take strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And we'll ground this one to Joey. A throw over to first for the second out of the inning. Brandon Phillips struck out looking in his first at-bat. Curveball, it might have slipped a little bit, not where Stitch wanted it, I'm sure. That changeup better, it is called a strike, though still elevated. Blows a fastball by Phillips. Swing and a miss on the slider for strike 3. And that will end the 4th inning. Still 6-0 Squirrels. They will have Terry coming to the plate to start off the 5th. Terry 2 for 2, a home run and a single. That changeup not real close. And that fastball down and in. There's a grooved in fastball. Terry let it go. 2-1. Ground foul makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here is Frank. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one deep into right, but Hopper should have a play on the track, and he does. 2 away. Here's Tom. He is 0 for 2. One of maybe only 2 or 3 Squirrels to not have a hit today so far. He's got a 1-1 count at the moment. And he will have a line drive into right center field, so you can take him off that no-hit list. Zach 1 for 2, also with the double. That changeup called a strike up in the zone. Fastball too far inside. Grounds this one over third. Encarnacion to first. And that will end the top of the 5th inning. Eric Ibar will lead things off for the Reds in the bottom half of the inning. Squirrels still leading 6-0. Ibar struck out swinging in his first at-bat. And he'll start off with a changeup for a strike here. This is fouled away, makes it 0-2. Popped up to third, Chief waiting on it, and he makes the catch. 1 down, here is David Ross. He fouled out in his first at-bat. And he'll look at a strike here on a slider. Popped up behind second base, Kester makes the grab. Here is the pitcher spot, and the Reds will pinch hit again. Here comes Jose Bautista. Trying to remember if that his 1 home run came against us. It kind of feels like it did, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Anyway, he looks at strike 1. This pitch up and in. Another changeup, another ball. There's a swing and a miss to make it 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on base. Curveball, not close. Bautista does not chase it. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the 5th inning. Still 6-0 Squirrels as we move into the 6th. where Joey is going to lead things off.
Your attention, please. Now coming out the bench for the Reds, number 56,
Todd Coffey is going to take over for Bautista, who's just in there for a pinch hit. No fancy double switches. Joey 0 for 2 today. Coffey is coming in here already gassed, so he is not going to last long out here. Joey hits this one hard, but foul. Makes it an 0-2 count. Hits this one foul down the left field line. Pop fly, Ibar going back into the shallow grass, makes the grab. That will bring Stitch to the plate. He's ground out in both at-bats, so it was 3 Squirrels. I couldn't remember if Joey had a hit yet or not. Stitch quickly behind 0-2. He will hit this one, a ground ball to short, and again Ibar 2 first. 2 away, and now back to the top of their order. Kester 1 for 3 so far today. Looks at a ball inside. Swings and misses. Hits this one into left field. Adam Dunn drifting back. He'd been playing in, but he will make the catch near the foul line. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-0 Squirrels lead, and Shao is going to lead it off for the Reds in the bottom half of the inning. Shao 0 for 2 with a couple ground outs. Looks at a strike. Pitch is a little bit too low. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. That will put a speedy runner aboard. But the score being what it is, I don't know that they would try to steal. Hopper 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a strike to open this at bat. Swings and misses at a curveball. High fastball, too high in fact. Popped up right at the plate. Tom makes the grab. 1 on with 1 out. Derek Lee 0 for 2 today. He will look at a ball. Called strike, curveball on the outer half. High hopper, Stitch is going to field it himself, goes to second with it and does not get the out. So that will leave runners on first and second with only 1 out, and Adam Dunn at the plate, who could make this game interesting again. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. And hits a line drive up the middle. Marvin gets it back in quickly, so no runs have scored as of yet. Here's Edwin Encarnacion, bases loaded with only 1 out. Stitch starts him off the fastball up and away. Changeup in there for a strike. Pulls this one foul down the left field line. Makes it 1-2. High fastball gets a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. So here's Brandon Phillips. Base is still loaded, but now there are 2 outs. And he pops the first pitch up foul. Tom has room and makes the play at the fence. So that will end the 6th inning. The Reds still trailing 6-0. Marvin's going to lead it off for the Squirrels in the 7th. He is 2 for 3 today. Still will bat left-handed. Coffey surprisingly still out on the mound as Marvin gets a base hit through the left side. Here's Chief, 2 for 3. He did ground out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball through the right side of the infield. It looks like Phillips might have hurt himself diving for that. They are going to come check on him. And he's going to stay in the game. A little surprising with the time and score here. Coffey gassed out there. Gets Terry to look at strike 1. Swing and misses for strike 2. And a line drive up the middle. Marvin is going to stay put at third. So now the Squirrels with the bases empty. Nobody out. Frank at the plate, and he will go against John Reinecker on the mound. Alright, Frank 1 for 3 today. He did hit a double already. Well, this pitch gets away, and that's going to score a run. 7-0 Squirrels. 2 runners still in scoring position, though first base is now open. No outs in the inning as Frank swings and misses at that one to make it 1-1. And that pitch down by his feet. Hits this one, a line drive up the middle. 1 run is in. 8-0 Squirrels. Runners on the corners. Tom at the plate. I do believe he did get a hit last time up. So now we're just down to Joey amongst the fielders. Stitch is not going to get another opportunity. Tom with the ground ball to short. Throw goes home. Runner goes back. So that will leave the bases loaded for Zach with, again, nobody out. First pitch is down and away. There's a called strike. That pitch down and in. Line drive, but right to Phillips. Everybody gets back to their bases safely. 1 down. Here is Joey. Bases still loaded. So we'll look at strike 1. And he comes up with the base hit into center field. That's going to score possibly 2. And there it is. 10-0 Squirrels. This has gotten out of hand. Put Miyake in here to pinch hit for Stitch. Two on, 1 out. First pitch up and in to Miyake. Then down and out. 2-0. Outside again makes it 3-0. Called strike up in the zone makes it 3-1. Miyake may be swinging now. Nope, instead he will look at ball 4, and the bases are again loaded with 1 out. And that's going to be it for Reinecker. They're going to get Joe Thatcher to come in and try to keep it where it is. That's a tall order to ask, but I guess the good news for Thatcher is all 3 of those base runners are responsible with Reinecker. He lost his name there for a minute. Kester with an 0-2 count. He will foul off another pitch. Hits this one into right field. It stays up for Hopper. Runners go back to their bases. So here is Marvin, his first right-handed at-bat. Base is empty with 2 outs, and he swings and misses at a changeup. Grounds this one through the left side of the infield. 1 run already in. Throw goes home, not in time. That'll make it 12-0 Squirrels. Chief at the plate, 2 on, 2 outs. First pitch called a strike. Ground ball right to Ibar, and that will finally end the inning, but as we go to the 7th inning stretch, it's 12-0 Squirrels. Eric Ibar on the other side. All right, so let's go get Johnston. I think Marvin made that last out. That's what we're going to go with, though. Now oh, no, I don't think that was right. Well, too late now. I told you guys, I am not with it today. Eric Ibar is 0 for 2. Johnston starts him off with a sinker for a strike. Fastball too high, maybe inside. Slurve down by his feet. 2-1. Fastball ground to second. 1 away. David Ross has popped out in 2 at-bats. First pitch a bit too high. Fouls this one away. Back to the screen. Swings and misses at a sinker. Slurve fouled back. 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Pitcher spot, we do get a pinch hitter again. And I'm not sure which Mora this is. I thought it said Nolvin. I'm not sure that possibly be right. Maybe Calvin? In any case, he gets a base hit out into left field. Oh, Melvin Mora. Okay, I feel dumb now. Yes, I remember him. When did he actually retire? Sorry, this is more interesting than this game. Retired in 2011, so it's been a bit now. Chief will get that shallow pop fly, so we'll go into the 8th inning. Yeah, that's why I thought Chief should have subbed out Chief. Oh well. Terry at the plate. Jeff Karstens is going to take over on the mound. Myers will go out into right field, and Mora will stay in the game to play third. So a hopper is coming out of the game as well. Terry, 3 for 4, a couple singles, a home run, and a strikeout. I think that accounts for everything. Watches that changeup stay high. Swings and misses at a slider that was down in the dirt, or near it anyway. That slider up by his face. 2-1. Swings at another ball way low. Finally hits this one, but it's going to be a ground ball to first. Derek Lee will take it himself. 1 down. Here is Frank. He is 2 for 4. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, here is Tom. 1 for 4 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses, makes it 0-2. Looks at strike 3, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. 12-0 Squirrels. Mora is getting a second chance at the plate. That is not how that should go, but I've mentioned before how this game fudges double switches sometimes. He did get a hit just a couple batters ago when he was in the 9-hole. Now that he's in the 2-hole, he grounds to Chief for the first out of the inning. So here is Derek Lee. He's 0 for 3 so far. First pitch, too low. Swings and misses at a fastball. Fastball catches the outside corner, 1-2. Sinker in there for strike 3. 2 away, here's Adam Dunn. He's 2 for 3. So he's not gotten anything really up into the air yet today. Looks at strike 1. This one in the air, but not very deep. Kester makes the play on the shallow grass. So we go to the 9th inning. It's a 12-0 lead. Zach is going to lead it off for the Squirrels. Zach 1 for 4 so far. I think it's 4 anyway. Looks at strike 1. Hits a ground ball towards Ibar. 1 down. Here is Joey. He was able to get a hit in his last at-bat. pops this one up. Phillips will go back and make the grab. 2 down. Here is Miyake. Drew a walk his first time up when he came in as a pinch. Well, really part of a double switch. Just a slow one back in the 7th inning. He is down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the top of the 9th. Reds got a bit of a tall order. They need 12 runs to stay alive. Also getting out-hit 16-6. Going to start off with Myers at the plate, who we've not really seen. Though Johnston won't see him either. Zap says he's got a little bit of juice left, so let's use it. Bring Phil in as part of the double switch. Move Kester over to short. All right. Myers has a good average. I don't know how many at-bats that is. But he'll look at a strike. Grounds this one through the middle, just out of Phil's range, so that will be a leadoff single. So here is Brandon Phillips, who is 0 for 3 today. That pitch up and away. Ground ball back to the middle, and this again gets through for back-to-back base hits. Eric Ibar takes strike 1. And he's going to pull this just foul down the right field line. 0-2. This one hit to Terry. He goes to second. Kester back to first. Not in time. 1 away. Runners on the corners for David Ross. Still 12-0. Zap in there with a strike. That pitch a bit too low. Hits this one, a bloop over Kester's head, and the Reds are going to get on the board in garbage time here. Runner gets to third as well, so runner's still on the corners. Karsten's going to get to hit himself. 1 away. First pitch called a strike. Of course, the Reds might be out of bench players at this point. Fouls this pitch straight back. That'll make it 0-2. Little pop up to third. Chief makes the catch. 2 away, runners on the corners. Top of the order up for the Reds. Zap just needing one more out to get out of this. Shao hits this hard but foul. Hits this one hard but fair down the right field line. Another run in. Runners on second and third. Here's Melvin Mora for his third at bat. Looks at strike 1. He is 1 for 2 in those at-bats. I should also note, has a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A depleted Zap lets a couple runs across, but still not a lot of drama in this one. Indianapolis Squirrels 12, Cincinnati Reds 2. It's just sometimes they're like that, folks. Sometimes you get an ugly one. Even against good teams. See just how many highlights they show. Obviously a lot of scoring plays to choose from. All right, Chief is going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We will finish up with the Reds tomorrow. Hopefully they give us a much better game. We'll see you then.